State Fair. I'm Bob Brown for the Dinosaur Radio. We're in our broadcast booth located at Chevy Court right in front of the Dairy Building. Joining me this morning, Tommy James of Tommy James and the Shondells. Yeah. Welcome to Syracuse. Welcome back to Syracuse.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here. We're really excited to play the State Fair.
Well, they're excited for you to be here. And you and the band will be taking the stage at Chevy Court at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Right.
Little bit of background. Your road to stardom began when a nightclub DJ in Pittsburgh discovered a 2-year-old record of yours and played it at his weekend dances. The crowd response was so overwhelmingly popular that the radio DJs started playing it. And then an enterprising distributor bootlegged it, selling 80,000 copies in 10 days.
That's right.
And by May of 1966, Hanky Panky was the #1 record in Pittsburgh.
Only in America. No kidding.
You were on the road, and you can pick up the story.
Yeah,
there.
well, it was a miracle. It really was. I kid about it, but it really is true. I was on the road with my cover group, the Coachmen. I was right out of high school, and 18 years old, and we were playing a dumpy little club in Janesville, Wisconsin. And all of a sudden, in the middle of our 2 weeks, the club owner got shut down by the IRS for not paying his taxes. So we got sent back home and feeling like real dogs. But that's how the good Lord works, because as soon as I got home, I got the phone call that changed my life. That DJ you were talking about and the local distributor called me and got me. And if I hadn't been home, I'd have never received that call.
Wow.
And told me what had happened, that Hanky Panky had been played on the local radio as a bootleg 45. And it took off, and they pressed up a bunch of them and sold them 80,000 in 10 days. And we were sitting at #1. That really was the very beginning. And I don't think that can happen anymore, that sort of thing, because radio is so regulated. But they asked me to come to Pittsburgh, which I did, and did some local TV. And a week later, we're in New York selling Hanky Panky to a record company that would take it national. And so we got a yes from Columbia, a yes from RCA, Atlantic, and a whole bunch of big corporate labels. And the last place we took it to was Roulette. And I went to bed that night feeling great. We were going to be on probably Columbia. And the next morning, about 9 o'clock, we started getting calls from all the companies that had said yes the day before, and saying, listen, Tom, we got to pass. And I said, well, what's the matter? I thought we had a deal. And finally, Jerry Wexler up at Atlantic told me what happened, that Morris Levy, the head of Roulette Records, had called all the other companies and scared him to death.
Oh, jeez.
This is my record. And they all backed down. And we were apparently going to be on Roulette Records. It was the first offer I couldn't refuse. One of many.
Now, I know that over the years, artists such as Bruce Springsteen, Kelly Clarkson, Prince, Dolly Parton, Santana, R.E.M., Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Billy Idol, Tom Jones, and many others recorded your songs and they performed them live. That's an impressive list.
Well, it's a great honor. I'm very flattered when somebody does one of our songs, when a different artist does. I'm always interested to see how they interpret the song. And I can't be more thankful. I really mean that. It's been a good run.
And the list of your songs are so impressive. We just talked about Hanky Panky, Crimson and Clover, Money Money, of course, Crystal Blue Persuasion, I think it's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
I think We're Alone Now, Dragging the Line, Sweet Cherry Wine, Mirage, just to name a few. And you can be heard to date in 91 films, 98 TV shows, and numerous commercials. And you have your own radio show. He's a fellow DJ. He's got a radio show on Sirius XM Radio, Getting Together with Tommy James. It airs Sundays from 5 until 8 on the 60s Gold Channel.
That's true. I never in a million years thought I would end up being a disc jockey. I never worked that side of the mic before ever. But yeah, it's been fun. We've been doing it for about 6 years now.
Great. And you enjoy it?
I love it.
That's beautiful. And now, what's ahead for you? What any new projects?
Our book, Me, the Mob, and the Music, which I wrote about our crazy relationship with Roulette Records, is being turned into a film.
Wow.
And we're looking at about 18 months to 2 years on that. Hollywood's a little messed up right now with all the writers, but Barbara DeFina is producing, and Matthew Stone wrote the screenplay, and it's going to be, a movie of a film of the book, which is essentially our. It's about 2/3 devoted to our crazy relationship with Roulette, because unbeknownst to us when we signed, Roulette Records was not only a functioning indie label, but it was also a front for the Genovese crime family in New York. Made life very interesting for us. And so I get to tell a lot of the story.
Will there be music in the?
Oh, very definitely.
And are you writing it all, or?
Well, it's going to be our records, but I basically, again, am very honored and flattered that this is happening, and that we're going to get a chance to really tell the story to everybody.
Well, we thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this afternoon. Again, the show's at 1:00 right over here at Chevy Court. Thank you for your time. I'll be introducing you this afternoon, and looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tommy.
Thank
James. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you so much, Bob.
My pleasure.